everyone, so welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time since I have posted a video for you guys. I've recorded a couple that I just never uploaded just because as you can see, my no makeup look right now. I've been going through quite a few skin issues. I mostly wasn't able to wear makeup for a couple months on my eyes just because I have this weird dry patch going on the inner corner of this eye. It still is there a little bit, so I've been wearing makeup more frequently just from different ways I've been able to treat it. But for a while there I wasn't able to wear anything, so I was only wearing foundation and like lipstick, and that was my go-to, and I just wasn't comfortable doing any kind of looks for you guys. So now that it is starting to clear up some, I'm wearing more makeup lately. I am excited to get back into the swing of things with these YouTube videos and hopefully have this become more of a regular thing. Having said that, we're gonna get started. I'm going to do kind of like a purpley mauve-y look on the eyes, and I can't decide if I want to do a bold lip or not. The one I want to do is an extreme matte liquid lipstick, and I know that it irritates my lips the next day, but it is such a pretty color and I paid so much money for it. I want to use it. So we'll see how I feel after my eyes are done. So having said that, let's get started. I washed my face and moisturized let's see, like an hour ago. Yeah, so I'm gonna start in with my primer. I have large pores right in this area, so I like to go in with my Benefit Porefessional primer first, just in that one area. I only do a teeny bit, like that much. And now I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Hangover primer. I love this stuff because I am really dry while my skin has been being angry with me. I love this stuff because it has coconut water, I think, in it. Coconut water, probiotic based ingredients, and skin reviver. So it just kind of gives my skin a healthy feeling of a glow underneath, and it also has somewhat of a pore minimizer activator in it as well. So I like to do it on the outsides, like the perimeters of my face, and then kind of use the whatever is left over right back over where I put the Porefessional primer to just have that added insurance of pore minimizing factors into it. So I'm just going to let this sink into my face for a little bit. For primer on my eyes, I like to use concealer because I have really oily eyelids and I have hooded eyes, so everything tends to run and then transfer up into the top part of my eye, and it seems like no matter what I use, every eye primer doesn't work. Like, it just all does the same thing. It's like I might as well not even be wearing eye primer. So I found that I started when I started using concealer, it helped a lot with that. So I'm going in with the NYX HD Concealer 2, so it's fair. But I mean, for my eyelids it doesn't really matter, but it's the same concealer I use on the rest of my face too, and I just like to dot it all over my eyes because I don't like to just swipe it, because then I feel like I get too much of it, and the littlest bit with this stuff goes the longest way. And then I'm taking my black beauty blender. I don't know why, I just think the black one is so cute because it's so different. I dampened it, and I'm just gonna go in, just pounce that on. And I like using my beauty blender dampened to do this part just because, again, with that dry patch on the inner corner of my eye, I feel like it helps add a little bit of moisture for the daytime as well. I'm gonna go in and set it really quick with this powder. It is the Maybelline Masterfix Face Studio powder. I'm gonna take this brush right here. It is really similar to the Morphe E49 brush, I want to say, but I love this for setting my eyelids and my under eyes too. It is super soft, super, like, the shape of it is just perfect for eyes, I think. I'm gonna use like 3 different palettes right now because story of my life. I'm going to start with this is the Makeup Revolution Redemption Eyeshadow Palette Iconic 1. So I'm going in with this brush. Couldn't tell you what it was, but that is the shape of it. It's really similar to a blending brush. I don't like to use brushes for what they are intended for. I use them for what I find works best for me. So I use a blending brush to apply my shadow, and then I use a shadow brush to do my blending. Just for me, the shape of my eyelids, the way my mind works, this is what works for me best. So I'm going to go in with this, that light brown shade right there. We're just gonna go in the crease and then focus on the outer corner.
I want one of those shirts that says blending is my cardio because I spend most of my life just blending.
Now I'm going to go in. This is a smaller, like more concentrated one, and it is falling apart, but it is like one of my favorites and I refuse to give up on it yet. I'm going to go back into that same palette and I'm going to use this kind of pinky purple shade.
Lavender-ish shade.
And just kind of going over a little bit of where I put that first brown shade.
Oh my god, I've been having technical difficulties this morning.
I was recording and then my card ran out of space, which I don't know why because there's literally nothing on it. So I just switched to my phone. So I have the brown and the first lavender shade on my eyes first. It's always easier to add shades and do all that jazz than it is to take something away once you lay it down. So I always like to take my time with doing these shades first to build the intensity for my base first, and then go in, because this next shade I'm going to go in with is highly pigmented and so pretty, but I like to do it once I'm all done with this part. So I tend to go a little crazy with this part and how long it takes me to blend. Moving on though, I'm going to go in with this NYC Individual Eyes palette. It's a little mini palette you can get just at the drugstore. This is what I'm going to go in with now, strictly on the outer corner. So I like to go back in with the same blending brush from e.l.f. that I've been using. This is one of my all-time favorites just because I feel like these colors of these shades really complement the color of my eyes. And then I'm going to go back in with that same blending brush I've been using. I'm thinking I'm going to go in with this shade right down here, which is their shade Straw. This is what the back of it looks like, so you can see the name and everything. So I think we're going to try it.
That is pretty because it just kind of like smokes it out just a little bit. So it's like a purpley smoky eye. Ooh, yeah. I really like this. I'm glad I went in with it.
The other go-to that I do is the one on the other side of that first neutral shade I went with. And I'm just going to tap it at first on the inner lid and then start like swiping it like that. Now I'm going to move on to my brows. Get those all cute. Going in with your standard spoolie and then
your standard angled brush.
I like to use this small guy just because it's easier for me to go in really up close with it. I just like to follow the natural shape of my brows and just fill in where they're a little bit sparse. Okay. And then I'm just gonna go over them with this clear brow gel. This is by the Ulta brand. For foundation, with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Ivory. Then I take my damp beauty blender and I take the base of it and I just kind of like dab it around in there. Then I just start pouncing it in. And like that first little dab I do will cover this whole half of my face. But I like to just mainly start focusing on my problems area so that I get the most pigmentation and the most full coverage right down there where I need it.
In person, it looks like my skin. On camera, it is coming out so much lighter.
And the same concealer I went in with on my eyes as a primer. I'm going to take that, and down here I like to swipe it because I like to be able to like clean up that edge. And this is also why I haven't done my lower lash line yet, because I can clean up any fallout. And then before I do anything else with my concealer on the rest of my face, I go back in with that same brush I used earlier and I just set my under eyes really quick. I'm gonna go back in with my concealer and just do some lovely marks here down the center of my face to even everything out. Okay, so we even that out, I know you can't tell because the camera is only picking up the whiteness of the foundation, which I swear it is not that light. And so now we're going to just set all of this before I do any bronzer or anything, and I'm just going to take this big fat brush and just all the excess I have in the cap here from when I set my eyes, just swirl it around, and then I'm just going to tap. Okay, then I'm going to go in with the Ulta brand contour palette. I've been starting to lean back towards this guy, so I'm just going to take this. It is by Bare Minerals, their Flawless Face Brush. I just feel like it is really good for bronzing. I don't think I'm going to do a whole lot of contouring today. I think I'm only going to bronze, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to swirl it. And I like to start from the top of my ear and just go down, and that's how I find my place. And then I just take the excess of what's on the brush and I just pounce it onto my forehead up here. And I just do right under my jawline just to kind of help chisel that out a little bit because I'm carrying a few extra pounds these days. I just like to take this brush by Eco Tools. It's just a big fluffy brush just to kind of help blend that out a little bit more. And I'm going to take this kind of a brush here. I'm going to go back into that same shade. Just do right under our lips right here. This just kind of creates the illusion of a fuller bottom lip. I'm going to take that same brush that I just used and just lightly contour my nose just so my nose isn't getting lost in all of this. I feel like it's a little too bright. So just to add a little bit of shadow on there to create some dimension. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm taking this Big Fatty Mascara by Urban Decay. So I'm actually going to pause this part and come back as soon as they're done because I have to get way up close.
Okay, and my top lashes are done.
Taking a small pencil brush, and I'm going to go ahead with that guy. I'm going to just pick that up. Go back in with that same blending brush I was using earlier and just kind of soften it a little bit because I want it to be kind of like a smoked out under eye and not so harsh. I just feel like for me, with the shape of my eyes personally being almond shapes and also being hooded eyes, I feel like this definitely helps open them up a little bit more and make them look a little bit bigger. For the bottom lashes, I'm going to take this travel size of the It Cosmetics Hello Lashes mascara. I really like this just because the wand is so small but really precise, and it has that ball at the end, so I can really particularly put the mascara where I want it. So again, I'm going to come right back as soon as I'm done with these guys. So now, just have a couple more steps and then we're going to be done. Thanks for bearing with me here. You guys are the true MVPs, if you're still here. So I'm going to go in with this little highlighter. I honestly could not tell you what brand it is, the shade of it, nothing. It is just this cute little square. I have no idea where I got it, but it's really, really pretty for my brow bones. I'm gonna do this small flat brush. So this small flat brush, I'm just going to dab it in there and just place it right in the arch of my brow. And I'm gonna take this same shade and just do my inner corners. And for the cheekbone highlights, I'm going to take this one is the Naked Flushed palette by Urban Decay in the shade Native. Haven't really tried this bronzer yet, just because I've been so comfortable with the one in the Ulta palette, and I am personally not a fan of the blush. I wore this the other night and I am just like, blush is not my thing. I have tried it. I've tried different shades. I've tried different formulas. I've tried different ways of applying it, different techniques, and I just don't like it on myself. I love it on other people. I just cannot get myself to like it. I don't know what it is, but I have been loving this highlighter shade. I think it is so pretty, being like a subtle natural highlight for my personal skin tone. So I love it. So I am taking this large fluffy kind of brush. It's really similar in shape to the other blending brushes I've been using. It's just a large version. So I just take it and I just kind of dab it in there, tap off, and then I just place it on the high parts of my face. So I'm going to do it on the cheekbone right here, and I just do it really soft-handed. Okay, so we're done with the face. Time for the lips, and then we're done. I literally just tore all of my makeup collection apart looking for this lip liner because I don't like applying the liquid lip without using the lip liner, because I like to outline the lips and then fill the lips in with the lip liner before doing the liquid lip, because if the liquid lip does start to fade at all throughout the day, I still have the base of the liner that I use to fill in the lips to add that pigment if any of the liquid lip starts to fade. So I finally found it. I don't typically wear this set together a whole lot just because, one, it's expensive and I want to make it last. Two, the liquid lip formula of it is very drying. Like, it is a true liquid matte lipstick, so it dries very, very dry. You definitely have to use some sort of lip balm or something on your lips, or like lip conditioner or something before applying it to help condition the lips so that it doesn't get so drying that it leaves you feeling chappy or anything like that, leaves you having flakes on your lips the next day. So let me go get a lip balm really quick and I'll be right back. So I'm just going in with the Aquaphor Healing Ointment as my lip balm. I love, love, love this on my lips because I used to really struggle with chapped lips, and this stuff completely cleared that up. So I'm just going with a little bit on my finger there. Okay, so that is on. I'm going to take, this is the MAC lip pencil in the shade Cyber World. Okay, so liner is done. I'm done filling it in, and I'm going to go in with the liquid lipstick by MAC. It's Retro Matte Liquid Lip Color in the shade High Drama, and I don't think you can see that, but that's what it is. I am going to link everything in the description box below for you guys as well.
So I went a little overboard and outlined a little much. That's a little full lips. Ain't gonna hurt nobody.
To clean up any mistakes you do with your lips, you can just put a little bit of concealer on the back of your hand and take a flat concealer brush like this and just get the tip of it with the product on it and just kind of clean up any mistakes. And then just leave it. Just kidding, don't leave this. And we're all cleaned up. So I'm just going to set all of this with my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. I swear my foundation does match my neck. It does look like 3 shades lighter, but it's just the lighting on my phone on the camera. I swear it does match. And that is it for this look today. I had a lot of fun creating it. I hope you guys had fun watching it. I don't know if it's gonna be like a tutorial or a get ready with me or a mixture of both or whatever, but it was a lot of fun to create it. I am going to wear it to work tonight. I have to go do my hair and then get dressed. Anything else you guys want to see, just comment down below or tweet me, snap me, Instagram me, whatever, and I will make sure that I see all of that. Again, everything I used is going to be in the description box down below, and let me know your thoughts, and if you try to recreate it at all, tag me in your pictures because I can't wait to see those. So until next time, I will talk to you guys soon.